No, that's a new one. Just a new one. I find it. Yeah, yeah. I don't know where. I put the old one at the back. I tied a knot in it.
So what I do with this, move the arm right round out of the way. So that's the approved way of putting it into position.
Yeah.
Turn the whole thing.
Yeah.
I normally would just lay the belt on the top of the turntable, around the outside of all of those, as a starting point. You have to remove this cover from the motor. Yeah. The three little...
So far so good with the plastic lid, the hinges. I've managed to look after them.
Managed to not break that again. Well done. It is very firm.
It is
very
delicate.
vulnerable.
God, isn't it? I'm going to ship it all separate, like I
I think you need to do
Take it
that.
apart.
I suspect that's how it would have been shipped originally.
Yeah.
So you remove that and that gives you access to the motor.
Right.
And the belt has got to go in between the two arms that you can see protruding there.
Okay, those two metal arms.
Yeah. So the belt goes in between them and round the pulley. And if you put it round the bottom pulley initially, it's going to keep the belt tighter.
Right.
Yeah, so you can still put it around the bottom part of the pulley.
Yeah.
Having got the belt loosely in place around here now, I can turn the turntable by hand slowly, making sure that I keep a thumb on here and it'll help me to guide the belt in. And as I go round, you can see gradually the belt staying in the groove all the way around.
Right. The groove around the platter.
Yeah.
Is this
so as we go round nice and slowly like that, it's just guiding the belt into position. You've got to turn the turntable a full revolution. By the time you've done that, turntable, the belt's in place.
Great. Was that recommended on the manual? Or
No, I just figured that was the way to do it.
That's what you said. That's fantastic. That's brilliant. Okay.
And you should never make a change of speed with this.
Right.
I mean, that's how you change speed. With it running, as you turn it, I don't know whether you can see in the top edge of the lower bit of the pulley rim, there's a little gap.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it relies on that gap to allow the belt to move from one position to the other. Okay. So if I lift this up just a little bit and turn the turntable, what you should see is the belt tries to come into that little nick, and it gradually it'll do that with it. It'll guide it up onto the higher section.
Oh, okay. So it goes back
in that position, the belt's a little bit looser, so now there's not really enough tension in it for it to want to turn the motor always.
Really?
Yeah, well, the motor's incredibly stiff.
Is it?
Yeah, you take hold of it and turn it by hand, it's click, 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 it's all notchy. It's horrible, absolutely horrible. But when it's running, it doesn't do that.
Oh, I see, I see.
So don't worry about that. It's just the design of the motor. There's a big magnet in there, so
I'd be worried,
you've got this magnetic locking.
Yeah, yeah. So that does tighten up on that lower speed once it's all...
Well, yeah, but I mean the lower pulley is for 45 RPM, the top one is for 33.
Yeah.
So you're going to run it mostly in the 33 position.
Yeah.
But if you want the belt to stay on better, particularly in transit, you just allow it to go into the bottom. See how that's trying to catch the belt there?
Yeah.
It catches it in that little slot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then round it'll go. But it's much better when the power is coming from the motor rather than from me.
Right.
Yeah.
I see. So you keep it switched on with the motor and...
Yeah, you just start it up and then you operate. And that's the on-off switch.
That's the on-off.
Which just goes round and round and round, does absolutely nothing.
Okay.
But what there is, can you see the little black bar sticking out? That goes right across underneath. That's a magnet.
Right.
So directly underneath there, I don't know whether your camera can see running along there, there's a glass envelope tube, which is a magnetic reed switch. Right. So as that comes in line with it, the switch closes, turns on the power. Yeah. There's no slipping clutch here, so the motor starts instantly, full power, and pulls on that belt. And because of the weight and the inertia of this, it'll pull on the belt and stretch it.
Full speed straight away.
Yeah, I mean, if they had any kind of design sense, there'd have been a slipping clutch built into that.
Yeah, makes sense.
To allow the thing to build up speed gently. Certainly my old Thorens 160 had a slipping clutch on the top of the motor pulley.
That makes sense.
And it works much better because the turntable platter's heavy and it won't go up to speed instantly.
Of course, it's not going to do that.
And the slipping clutch allows for that.
Yeah.
Without the slipping clutch, it's a lot of strain.
It's like a bimbo, really, isn't it, this deck? It's like the equivalent of a bimbo. It's nice to look at, but
yeah, I mean, there's some clever things about it, but I think it's more about style than about function. Personally,
it is, isn't it? It is. Lots of makeup.
You know, that's down to the individual.
It's good though for those.
So, do you want to leave the belt on, or are you going to take it?
I'll leave it on there for now, and I'll take it apart because they might pick it up anyway. Whoever buys it. There was one guy in England who was bidding strong on it, and the other guy's in USA, and I think there's one in Japan who's bidding strong.
Really?
But you never know until the end.
They're mad.
Yeah, I've got 1 or 2 hours left.
They're all mad.
Yeah, the world is full of nutters. Have you seen the vintage cars that they sell sometimes? They dig it out of the mud and they sell it for 250 grand. And it's like half a car rotting away in the mud, you know what I mean? You're like, what the hell, man?
Absolutely.
Exactly. The world's gone crazy, certainly. Yeah.